Okay. Can you hear me now? Let's see. Can you hear me now? And let's see. Everyone that can hear me, go to Instagram and say yes. Just put a yes. Make sure. Because I know there's like a okay, there's a 30-second delay. All right. Interesting. This is funny. Okay, let's see. More people are coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Cool. All right. So let's see. All right. We're going to go back to the beginning. All right, cool. Got people on Instagram. All right. Now the big deal is to make money on YouTube is you got to have a plan. And this is where many people go crazy because, all right, I'm gonna jump around quite a bit, but you'll see what's happening. All right, we'll go with the earlier videos. Now, I'm gonna tell you when things were really, really strong. When I was killing it. I was talking about nothing but storage auctions. I didn't have any thumbnails. I just had a bunch of stories. You could kind of see the evolution of the camera as I started to get better. Well, actually, I changed locations because I was upstairs and I went to the basement. Then that's in the basement. And you see the shadow in the back? I had this big ass halogen light. And the reason I had that coat on was that halogen light was so hot that I had to turn off the heat and let it get cold in there, or I would have sweat literally dripping down my face. But the big thing is for you to have a plan. You got to have a plan and you have to have a topic. Now, one of the problems with topics is everyone's trying to do the trendy topic. Now, this is the thing, and this is one of the reasons I don't jump on trends. If you're not going to be fully vested in it, what's going to happen is your channel is going to be checkered. And that's something that I wasn't trying to jump on topics, but it happened. Because as long as I was doing this, storage auctions, reselling, this type of stuff, I had consistent income. And I was pretty consistent, stayed in the same area. Now, this is when the camera got better. You could see the big jump. I didn't have enough sense to go out and get a better camera. And it was funny. And let's see. I've got a question here. I'm viewing direct on YouTube. Don't have an Instagram account yet. Now, I'm going to say something about Instagram real quick, and I'm going to jump back into it. Facebook owns Instagram. And currently, if you go on Instagram and you know what you're doing, you can develop a very large following pretty quickly, and you can make a lot of money. Now, with that said, Facebook is going to reduce the reach of Instagram because they're going to start targeting stuff. So if you don't have an Instagram account, get one now. Yeah, I think they'll probably be to the end of the year before really all these effects take effect. But you want to get in, and you definitely want to start your account. If you want to be let me clear that up. If you want to be a digital citizen, that is, if you want to be a person who makes money online and you want to build your own organic base, you're going to have to start using these properties in a manner that's going to make you money. Because I know a lot of people are afraid of Instagram. They're afraid of YouTube. But if you don't put yourself out there, you're not going to make the money you can. And there's something else I'm going to get into a little later about what's about coming. But excuse me. Hold on a second. That's coming because many people think YouTube is crowded. YouTube is full of regular stuff. But in terms of high quality, amazing videos. It's not crowded, and there's plenty of room, and a lot of things are coming because video converts better than anything else. It converts better than anything else, and it's the future. It's now, and it's the future. And anyone that learns how to manage video, because I'll give you a great example. We'll go over here to Vine. I don't do Vine, but for someone that likes that kind of stuff, if you go on here and you get the app and you start putting stuff up, you have people literally making $1 million a year from doing these Vine clips. They went in. Some of them are YouTubers who got in really, really early, and it's just a bunch of comedy. It's just a bunch of comedy. That's really what does it well. And some of these Vine stars are getting paid $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 to do a 6-second clip or a series of 6-second clips. Yes, this is going on right now. So definitely get in the game. Definitely get in the game. And once again, if you got any questions, just go ahead and sign up. Let's see. Let's refresh that. Cool. And we can get back to this. Now, I'm showing you this, and it looks like it's just long and drawn out, which is kind of what it takes to build a business. But if you want to do YouTube, get one topic only, and stick to it and crush it. Don't talk about anything else, because I'm speaking to you from experience of what I did and how I righted the ship. Because as you can see it, the quality got much better. Because I went out and got a Sony, actually, that's this camera, the Sony Cybershot H55. When I used to drive around holding the camera like an idiot. Don't do that. Don't do that. It could be very bad. I never crashed. I never came close to crashing, but I didn't do it that often, and I stopped. So, and you can see it. And then I started to evolve again, because this is the thing. If you want to do YouTube seriously, you want to learn how to make thumbnails. You want to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes on your thumbnails. Because, I was all over the place, but you can see I started to change. And, to be fair, if you have an older channel, you didn't have access to thumbnails. At one point, the only people who had access to thumbnails were YouTube partners. My first 24 months, I didn't even have access to AdSense. It was just, hey, this is how we do it. Let's see. That's when I first found you, when you were in the cargo container backdrop. Was that 2 years ago? No, that was not 2 years ago. That was 4 years ago. Going on 5. That's going to be 2011. Yeah, that's 2011. You've been around a while. See, this is the thing is, there's when you put out a lot of content, and I have over 1,200 videos, which is a lot of content, and then there's probably another 500 that are private because they were part of courses and stuff. It goes by quick. It goes by very, very quick, and I wanted to give you some more insights, because I get approached every day by brands to do sponsored deals, and I turn down most of them, like 99% of them, because they don't fit what I'm doing. And it's also with part of me riding the ship, because there was a point where I wasn't doing podcasts and I wouldn't go on anyone's show, and people kind of were just walking around like, Glendon's an asshole. And that wasn't it at all. I was straightening up my brand because I had some issues. I had some serious issues. And I'm going to give you an idea of what I talk about, because this is a brand new channel. And it's YouTube for Business, pretty much what we're talking about, how to use YouTube to make sales. And that's it. That's the only thing that's going to be on this channel. Now we go back here, and I'm going to kind of toggle back between things. Okay. This is the channel now. And then this was the mess that it used to be. You look at now, the playlist and everything. This stuff's very important. It is really important. And I didn't know how important it was until I started to pay for my information. I know. People are like, oh no, you shouldn't pay. You should figure it out. Oh, if I started paying sooner, I would have got to this point sooner, because there was with this mess, there was a lot of confusion to what I was doing. And people were like, well, like the channel, but what are you about? You come here where your real education begins. New videos every Sunday, 8 p.m. How to start a business, online sales, marketing. Bam. I mean, you get it instantly. And I was making crazy mistakes. So for those of you who want to dip and dab on different topics, you want to have 3 or 4 channels. If you want to talk about race car driving, you may have some license, because if you're talking about race car driving, you could talk about the engines, you could talk about the tires, you could talk about the tracks. All of that fits into the genre of race car driving. But if you want to start talking about woodworking, and you could put up a woodworking video on your race car driving channel and it'll get a lot of views. But what's going to happen is the people who came for race car driving may leave when they see the woodworking videos, and the people who came for woodworking videos may leave when they see the race car driving videos. I've experienced this. I mean, seriously, if I had did this, if I did exactly what I'm telling you, I had started a storage auction channel, and then when I wanted to go strictly business, I had started another one, and then like what I'm doing here with YouTube for Business, if I had 5 channels, I would probably be making 5 times as much money as I am now. Because what happens is people come in, they get confused, they don't buy, they get confused, they lose interest. And it was like, just a lot of mistakes, a lot of mistakes. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is to help you avoid that stuff, because it could be really, really rough. So let's see. Yep. It's a journey, man. It's a journey. So you've got that going on. All right. Now here's some insights. Now we'll go back here. All right. And we'll go here, because I'm going to tell you something else too. And this is really, really, it's going to shock a lot of you. All right. I don't have that many views. I have 8 million, and I will probably do 10 this year, 10 to 12. I don't know. It just depends. This summer, things slow down. We'll see how it picks up during the fall. But I make, and this is something else. This is like when you hear people talk about YouTube, go to their About page, and you go here. To socialblade.com, and you got to go to their About page, because the channel link on their main page is not going to work. You got to go to the About page, clean it up, put that in, and what's going to happen is you'll get the real deal. Now, this is YouTube server. They're hooked into the YouTube API. So this is real information. This is straight from YouTube. This isn't some estimate or something they made up. This is actually from YouTube. This is from YouTube. This is from YouTube. This is their internal thing. Now, these are estimates. They don't know that, but the numbers are real. The numbers are definitely real. And there's over 7 million YouTube channels. And I would say probably out of the 7 million, maybe 500,000 are active, and active is at least uploading the video once a month. And that's what I really look at, because because like I said, you sign up for a YouTube channel and use your user ID, and like you have a YouTube channel, you're in the metrics here. Well, you're in that 7 million, because unless you're actively posting, you won't be in socialblade.com, or if you don't post enough, you won't be in there. So this is really, I was kind of shocked when someone explained it to me, because like I said, this looks really small, but because I have this is what's getting me over. There are people who have a much better subscriber rank. They get way more subscribers than I do, but I get more views. Now, if you have a YouTube channel and you don't get a lot of subscribers, but say you can consistently get 100,000 views per video, you will outrank people with a higher subscriber rank in terms of search and reach. You'll kill them. And it's pretty interesting because that's what was helping me. Because once you get to a certain point, you'll get your YouTubers hook you up with a manager, and you can get someone to talk to. And every now and then you'll call them up and they'll go over your channel and tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. And this is the thing, because I'm not working on this. I'm working on this because as long as this is good, if I could get this down to say 50,000, that would quadruple my income. Seriously, that's the most important number for me. Not views. Well, views, but not this and not this and not this, but this. So it gets to be really interesting once you start to learn how YouTube really works. Let's see. I think I need to set up separate specific email accounts for specific activities. One solely for FB and other memberships, plus switch to Google Chrome. Well, that's an internal thing. I mean, whatever works for you. I can show you what I do because I got all of these channels on this one email because I have maybe 30 email accounts, and it gets to be onerous. And, I got rid of a lot of Facebook stuff because of the emails. I mean, if I wasn't really doing the stuff that the group was doing, I just got out of the group because it didn't make sense for me to get all those emails when I wasn't really going to participate and I really wasn't looking at the group. So, yeah, you can start all the channels you want from one account. And it's going to all use the same email. You're just going to have to remember to come here and switch to get in. But this is going to be the main channel. All of this stuff was testing that I did earlier in the year just to kind of see what would happen. And, it's pretty interesting. Let's see what else. Okay. All right. For everybody that's just coming in, be sure to go to Instagram and follow me at hustlerskungfu.com. And after this is over, if you're seeing this in the recorded version, what you can do is follow me and you can ask a question on these AMAs. Because if you didn't know, AMA, Ask Me Anything, you just click, because I did it for the first time yesterday and it worked out pretty well. Because this way, and this kind of goes back to what, let's see, Site for Sore Eyes said. I was having people ask me questions on my Facebook page. They were emailing my assistants. I was getting stuff on my personal Facebook, and people were calling the phone numbers, and it was just like, this is too much. So I'm directing everybody to Instagram for one simple reason. It's super easy, it's super fast, and you can pop your question in here after this is over, and you can always put a question there, and I can then come back and hit it up. Plus, there's going to be some other cool stuff coming this way. Now, let's get back into the building of a YouTube channel. All right, you want to build a YouTube channel, pick something that you could do every day. And I think this is why many people are going with, the passion movement, because I'm more of a determined person because I hated video in the beginning, but you can see this evolution because this is when I started playing around with thumbnails and it was going crazy using some apps and stuff. And, I cannot stress how important your thumbnail is. It can make your video or break it. It's that important. Now, if you're gonna, if you put up a video like the Chewbacca lady, everyone was sharing it, because see, there's something that's called a peer level referral. So if someone says, "Hey, go check out this video because it's crazy," it doesn't really matter about the thumbnail. But for people who don't know who you are and you're not being recommended, the thumbnail is everything. And I was trying to get to a certain point because, like, this is what I was really trying to shoot for, kind of have more stuff like that. And then I finally got to my theme, because this is something else. I hired a branding consultant, and one of the big problems I had was my brand was everywhere. It was this. I mean, this is why I got rid of my Glendon Cameron Facebook page, because let's see. See, it's the same. It's got to be the same brand. It's got to be the same picture. And yeah, I spent 2 days going back, putting all this stuff back together, getting rid of stuff. Because what happens is, let's say someone comes to YouTube, right? Let's go back to the better one. And then, yeah, say they come from YouTube, and then I send them somewhere and it looks like this. That creates a disconnect, a big one. It's a problem. And you can see it in your analytics, because people are like, what the hell? But once again, you just don't know what you don't know until you're willing to step out and say, okay, how can I improve this? So, if you want to start a channel, keep it really, and I'm going to actually show you some stuff with dealing with people on Fiverr. Well, I won't show it because they may redeem themselves, but you can get some nice thumbnails made on Fiverr, but I make all my own, and I'm going to show you what I use. Because when I have an ideal or something and I need it up, yeah, I do all of this myself, and I use this. And, just you got to play around with it. But when I want to go ahead and do a video and I want that thumbnail, I don't want to have to wait 24 hours for someone to get back to me from Ukraine. So if you do nothing else, learn GIMP, or maybe if you want to get really sexy, go use Adobe and learn how to make your thumbnails. Are going to have to pop. They're going to have to pop. You cannot have it's. And the thing is, this is what I learned from writing books and using, when I was doing Kindle. Your book cover has to look good as the size of a postage stamp. And it also has to look good in black and white, because a lot of older Kindle users still have those first Kindles, and they don't see color like the newer ones. And your stuff has got to be really, really popping out, or no one's going to see you. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, you've got so many things going on. Yep. Canava is one of the most amazing things you can get your hands on. I mean, seriously, I love it. I'm in there every day. Every day. Anyone has questions, be sure to follow me on Instagram and put your question there. Now, as you go along building your channel, something else you need to do. You need to create playlists. Playlists rank really, really heavily in YouTube search. And I'm going to show you. Let's see. I think it comes up here. Let's go here. I'll see if it can happen. Because let's see if it. Oh yeah, search is different on mobile and desktop. It's a different. You'll different ranking, different algorithm. All right. Because it comes up a little different. Yeah, this is YouTube's channel. This isn't mine. And let's see. That's pretty interesting. That's very interesting. In my app, the channel comes up before the that's funny. The channel actually comes up on my mobile app before the videos. And that was real interesting too, because that is coming up under three different keywords. And I'm going to show you some about keywords in a minute. Pretty interesting. Okay. So that's only on the app. Now, what you want to do when you start your topic is you want to dominate your topic, whatever it is. And it's really easy to do because most people don't have their channel set up right. So I am under Mark Cuban on page 1, and we're under, I'm in my backyard. But Trent has this up. He's just got this on lock. It's been real hard to get around. I would have to spend money to get past him. But this one gets like 300 views or 400 views a day. So I'm not messing with it. And this one is starting to get some views. I think in time this is going to overtake that. And this one is kind of surprising me. It really jumped up there. But I've got 3 videos on page 1 for how to start a business. Now, why you want to dominate is when people are looking, and they may look at one video because, you have a good thumbnail, but when they look and they click and they see video after video on a view, and I'm going to tell you another reason you want to do it. And then you go to page 2. I've got 1, 2. This slides around. 3, 4. I got 3 or 4. Now on mobile, when you go to how to start a business, I've got like 10 on page 1. If you just scroll down, you just see me all over the place. Now, the other reason that you want to do that is when you start to rank for keywords, you develop what's called channel authority. And even if someone comes along later and tries to, use your same keywords, they'll rank, but you will be recommended, which means YouTube's going to push your channel more than it's going to push theirs. So that's another reason that you want to have authority. Let's see. Where do you get your traffic the most? Oh, I'll show you. And this goes right into what I was saying. Because I actually put this in one of my paid groups the other day. I mean, I pay to be part of that group. It's not my group. I get 46. Now, this goes right back to what I was saying. I get 40%, 46%. Now, this is really cool because it was 42%. And with all the changes, and I just made a big change Sunday, and it was 42% last week. And I made that change Sunday, and it's already jumped up 4 percentage points in a week. 40, I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's really, if you're a numbers person, that's huge. But I get most of my views from ranked and recommendations. That's where I get most of my views. So it's very, very important that you set your channel up properly. An app for key. No, you're going to have to. There's like PickMonkey. There's apps that can help you. But what I'm going to say is, if you're trying to sell something, you want your pictures and thumbnails to be different and stand out, yet professional. When you say that you're making money, is it because the AdSense or the personal links? I don't make it. This is the AdSense money for the month. I was a member of the Freedom Network. I think I can get in there. I joined the network just to see what it was about, and it's real interesting because I learned some stuff. And let's see, that was last month. Now, since I'm here, I'll even explain the network thing to you because I'm no longer a network. So if I'm not supposed to show this, I don't care because I'm out of there. That's what I made. Now, when you join a network, they give you the ability to get non-skippable ads, which pushes your AdSense money through the roof. But it also screws around with your watch time because people will abandon your videos much quicker because they can't skip the ad. So I make 99.99% of my money from my links to my products. I could not, I mean, on my best AdSense months, I couldn't pay my mortgage. I couldn't. I mean, no, I couldn't do it. So no, AdSense is the least effective way to make money with YouTube. What's more effective? The keywords in your description. I'm going to show you. Well, I'm not going to show it to you because you're going to have to get the book if you want to get into it because the first stage of this book comes out Sunday. YouTube for Business, but I don't use video funnels, rank to recommended. I go into this heavily, and I'm gonna just give you an overview because, like I said, I got people who've already bought the book because I sent out an email, and I'll just say it. The link's under the video. The book is $100, and you get a channel evaluation with that. But let's see. Yeah, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 chapters. And I'm thinking I'm at like 20,000 words, and the book's going to be around 30. That's where I'm releasing it Sunday because YouTube is not a quick play. But I'm going to actually show you that. I'll show you a video because we don't have to go all the way back. We go to here. And let's see, go to videos. Most popular. I didn't use any. There's no keywords. There's no tags for this one. None for this one. None for this one. None for this one. None for this one. Some of my best videos that get the most traffic and stuff. I didn't use tags. And all right, and this is something else you got to be really careful about because I hear people say this, that you put your keywords in the description. If YouTube catches you spamming your keywords in the description, they're going to pull down your video and delete your channel. Now, if you're not getting a lot of views and you don't come up on their radar, you could probably do it all day long. But if you start getting significant views, your channel gets audited. And when they see this, like, oh, you just stuffed a bunch of keywords in the tag, a bunch of keywords in the description, and they could be relevant keywords to what you're talking about. But if they're just stuffed, you will get popped upside the head. So that's been going on for a while. I don't even use the keywords in the descriptions. Yep. Because I know it's like you're hearing us like, I'll just tell you right now that you can start a YouTube channel and you can listen to information where you'll put up your video and I'm not going to let it play. You put your video up, right? And you got to do your title correctly. Your title is like the address to your house. That's YouTube SEO 101. You got to do that because, saying that SEO isn't important. It's like saying that, trying to deliver your mail without the address being in your house. But thumbnail, title, and my little ranking strategy that I've been using for the last year and a half, which has been responsible for, this. I mean, that video jumped up. The passive income video really jumped up. A lot of videos that I'm doing are now starting to become my most viewed videos over videos that are 5 or 6 years old because no one's really looking for them. And I'm not doing storage auctions anymore, so I'm not going to go back and optimize the titles or re-rank them because I don't want to draw more people there. So I just leave them as they are. But yeah, that whole tag and title thing, yeah, it's if you don't do everything correctly, it means nothing. I've seen a lot of people stuffing on a long list of keywords the description video. All right, I'm going to talk about that. Let's see. Let's go in here. This is what YouTube is doing. This is what I'm saying. This. It doesn't matter if you don't get this. I'm going to close some of these windows. Now, my watch time went down, let's see, because I was having those skippable ads, non-skippable ads. Those really, really hammer you. But this is it. This is what gets you recommended and referred. This. And you can stuff keywords in your descriptions and tags, and you can even upload transcripts. But if people don't watch your video for a significant amount of time, you are going nowhere. And that's what I learned about a year and a half ago when I started doing my ranking strategy and my videos started to, they started to do this. This is starting to happen as often as I want it. I miss on a few videos, but I did this. This is when it started because I didn't listen to all of those people saying do this, upload transcripts and all this other stuff because I saw people were doing it and I saw that their videos had, 5, 10 views and they had to, and the transcript is when you see the little CC. Now, I will say if your video is crushing and then you go back and upload the transcript, that can be very helpful. But if your video isn't crushing and you upload the transcript, it don't mean shit. It doesn't mean nothing. You can optimize your video to death, but if you don't get good watch time, not happening. And this is the reason that, you see me with the new thumbnails, you see me doing different kind of videos, you see the driving videos, everything to increase watch time. Because that other stuff, it means nothing. All right, so for that, let me find it. All right, this Sunday, I'm releasing the book. And I'm going to put this link here since it seems to be a lot of people over here. And I'm going to put this link here. Let me get an Instagram. Let's see what's going on here. And see, another thing about Instagram is I can come in here and do this like, bam. And just submit that. So you can get it on Instagram. But I'm releasing the first stages of the book Sunday. And this is the deal. The book is $100. Not even $99.99. It's $100. And Sunday, 8 p.m., you're going to get the book. Probably sooner because Sunday I'm going to do a live hangout. So the book's going to be emailed to you. You'll get a link where you can download it. And everyone that buys the book, the first 25 people that buy the book get lifetime channel evaluations. Everyone that buys the book gets one channel evaluation. So first 25 people buy the book today, I'll look at your channel every year and like, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. And you'll just get that because I get all of the newsletters. I'm not plugged into YouTube. I'm not going to make that assertion, but I do talk to people there and I get a lot of information, and I have created some processes and techniques of my own that I have not seen anyone else using that work very well for me. And you'll be getting, access to that brain trust because Video is, let's see, is it? What about those softwares promising to put your video on top? Okay, you can get software that will present your video for people to watch it, and they may watch, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and it'll reflect in a high view count on your video, but you won't get this. I'm going to close some of these windows because I got too many windows open. I'll leave that up. You won't get this. This is the most important part of YouTube. Last year, let's see, because I went through, it was 38%. So I'm at, I'm almost a 10% increase, and it will be a 10% increase because it was 42% last week before I made some changes. This is the most important. This is it. If you don't get this, I don't care if people, you buy this service or that service, people, you're not going to get recommended by YouTube. Now, if you got a good video with a good pitch, you might be able to sell something, but I would say go natively and work on building videos that people want to watch. That's going to be your best way to consistently make money with YouTube. So that's it. If there's any questions, just hit me up here on Instagram or put something there. Let's hit that. Let's see what's going on. Doesn't appear to be any questions. Okay. Once again, first 25 people that get the YouTube for Business book, which first chapters will be released Sunday. And I say the first stage because the book is almost finished, but if I need to put more stuff in there, I am. And then there's going to be like a workbook that will go along with that at some later date. Because the first stages, if you're actually going to do the work, it's going to take you a few weeks to get busy and get started. So that's one of the reasons I'm releasing the book Sunday, the first stages of the book, and then we're going to start talking about stuff. Okay, that looks like that's it. Since there's no more questions, I'm going to shut this puppy down, and I'll be doing more of these things. So be sure, and I'm going to send a link. I can send that link. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and ask your questions on the AMA post. And when I do, because what I'm going to do is start doing the AMA post earlier and then maybe do the live session a week later. That way people could put a bunch of questions in and then I can answer them live and then even get more questions. So that's how that's going to work. All right. As I say, thanks. Appreciate everybody that came out. This will be a replay at Hustlers Kung Fu Vlogs. Matter of fact, let me just put that link in there while I'm thinking about it. Let's see. I need to make those a little smaller. Actually, there's going to be some updates to the vlogs today. And a lot of people are... yeah, I will put that up there. A lot of people are loving the vlogs because there's nothing there except the information. All right. You folks have a great weekend.